Mr. Edwards?
Right here, sir.
Okay. Commissioner Boone? Boone? Commissioner Boone?
Also sick now. She'll come back.
Commissioner Boone? Okay.
Word it. Want me to word it? Yeah. It's reading the.
Whatever you do, whatever. That's enough. At this time, I'm going to call our meeting to order. At this time, we do know that we are meeting here with the Board of Commissioners to take care of business of our Northampton County. You all know that our county is one that we're proud of. Our county is one that we love. We want to make sure that we do all we can to have it. To keep us and making sure that we stay in tune with that we are about. We don't have an outside agenda. Our agenda will be always with Northampton County in mind. We do have a mission statement. Our mission statement is on the wall, right to your left. We also have a vision statement, which declares unto all of you, the citizens of our county, where it is that we desire to move, or where we desire to go as a county. And board members, as we discussed tonight, with the agenda that is being given, let's keep in mind what our mission is. Our mission is certainly to serve the public, do all we can to provide those services in the county for our citizens. At this time, I would like for you to join me in a moment of silence. So much is going on, walls and rumors of walls, and with so much going on with Corona, so much going on with people against each other. Let us just take a few moments of silence. Thank you. At this time, I'm going to ask you to please stand as we have the opportunity to live in the United States of America. Let's do the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God,
Indivisible.
justice for all.
Justice for all.
We have established, we must establish that we do have a quorum. Those have with us, three of us that are here, and we know that Mr. Edwards is owned. And we also know that Ms. Boone is trying to get on. We do have a quorum, it's three of us, and Mr. Edwards make the fourth, and Ms. Boone is off and on. we shall continue with our meeting. Before you, board, is a agenda for this meeting tonight. This time I ask for your approval of the agenda, providing there are those items that we need to add or delete. We will entertain right now from you any items that you want to add or delete to this agenda.
Chairman Tyner, I would like to add to the agenda a topic that we have discussed on several different occasions, serving alcoholic beverages at county events, specifically at the Wellness Center. We're talking about serving, not selling.
Okay, board members, you've heard the agenda item, new item to be added. We'll add that at tab probably number 9, if you could. We'll make that 7. No, let's make that 8. We'll make citizens 9. Board members, are there any other items that you all want to add to the agenda? Board members, this is your agenda. Please feel free to add. Doesn't mean it will pass, but of course, it will have us to consider it. At this time, Mr. Edwards, do you have any items that you want to add to this agenda?
Mr. Chair, I have no items to add to the agenda. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Commissioner Boone.
Commissioner Boone, are there any items you want to add to the agenda?
No, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Buffalo, I see you. I see you, Commissioner Faulkner. Any items?
No items to add to the agenda.
Okay, at this time, could I have the approval of the agenda as given to you with one addition?
Make a motion that we approve the agenda as amended.
Second Buffalo.
Moved and properly second by Commissioner Buffalo, motion made by Vice Chair Faulkner that we will approve the agenda with the amended item. Are there any questions or any discussion? No question, no discussion. All in favor, let it be known by you. You sign aye.
Aye, Buffalo.
Faulkner,
Aye, Edwards.
I, Boone.
Ayes have it. Motion is carried. Thank you so much. Conflict of interest, just to make sure that we do things the way the law says we must do them, in accordance with the rules, procedures adopted by the board in section 153A44 of the North Carolina General Statute. It is the duty of every member present to vote on all matters coming before the board unless there is a conflict of interest as determined by the board or by law. Does any board member have a conflict of interest with respect to any agenda item coming before the board today? If so, please identify the conflict and the board will consider the matter. Do you have a conflict, Ms. Buffalo?
No conflict.
no conflicts, Faulkner.
No conflict, Edwards.
No conflict, Boone.
Thank you. Now we shall continue with our agenda. The first thing we have on our agenda tonight is the AIA project resolution. Franklin D. Williams, our economic developer, will come now and present that to you, the board.
Our chair, members of our board, finance officer, our attorney, and to all of my colleagues, good afternoon. I come before you to present a resolution that takes into consideration the support of the board for a study. And this study involves the possibility or the feasibility of having a waste treatment plant in our area. It says, whereas the Federal Clean Water Act amendments of 1987 and the North Carolina Water Infrastructure Act of 2005 have authorized the making of loans and grants to aid eligible units of government in financing of public wastewater systems, and the Northampton County has need for and intends to conduct an asset inventory assessment project for the existing wastewater system. And whereas the Northampton County intends to request state grant assistance for this project, now therefore be it resolved by the Board of Commissioners of the Northampton County, North Carolina. Northampton County, the applicant will arrange financing for all remaining costs of the project if approved for a state grant award that the applicant will adopt and place into effect on or before the completion of the project, a schedule of fees, charges, and other available funds, which will provide adequate funds for proper operation, maintenance, and administration of the system. That the applicant will provide for efficient operation and maintenance of the project on completion. That Charles R. Tyner Sr., interim county manager, chairman, the authorized official, and the successor so titled is hereby authorized to execute and file an application on behalf of the applicant with the state of North Carolina for a grant to aid in the financing of the project described above. That the authorized official and successor so titled is hereby authorized and directed to furnish such information as the appropriate state agency may request in connection with such application or the project, to make the assurances as contained above and to execute such other documents as may be required in connection with the application. And that the applicant that has substantially compiled or will substantially comply with federal, state, and local laws, rules, regulations, and ordinances applicable to the project and to the federal and state grants and loans pertaining thereto, adopted this 16th day of August, 2021 at Jackson, Northampton County, North Carolina. So I think this has already previously been discussed. The agency or the company that came before us, Rivers, has done several engineering projects for us, and they're getting ready to do another one. They're going to do all the grant writing and all the work. They just want to basically make sure that they have our support.
Board members, if you have any questions you need to ask Mr. Williams. Maybe I can answer one or two that you might have desired. This is a grant opportunity that Northampton County has. This is grant opportunity. Funds are available for the grant. Rivers will do all the work that need to be done for us to receive the grant. If we receive the grant, it would come to Northampton County for the planning, looking at our wastewater situation in the county and make any kinds of recommendations that need to be made for wastewater treatment. All of you know, we have all of our wastewater from Garrisburg on up, the western end of the county, all of it goes to Roanoke Rapids Sanitary District. It all goes to Roanoke Rapids. And we are now paying Roanoke Rapids millions of dollars each year for taking our sewer. This is nothing but a study. It will not be a cent taken from taxpayers' money in Northampton County, from the taxpayers' dollars given. This is a grant that they're going to apply for. The money is available. They say, let's try it. Let's see what we can do. And let's see what the study turns up for Northampton. I think I've tried to answer some things. They just need us to know, want our blessing on them doing the grant.
And it's necessary in order for them to even apply.
Yes, now, I'm sorry, Vice Chair.
That's okay. And part, I think you maybe have answered a little bit. This is an application, and you mentioned a wastewater treatment plant.
Yes.
So is there a potential location of a plant, or if this study will determine if the need for a plant exists and where it should be?
That's exactly what it will do.
That's what it would
Okay,
do.
thank
It'll
you.
give you all the information you need to make plans for the future.
Any other questions? Mr. Edwards? Commissioner Boone, any questions?
Mr. Chairman, I have no questions, sir. Thank you, Mr. Williams.
Commissioner Boone, I have no questions. Just looking to move forward with this grant application on behalf of the citizens.
Thank you. All right, at this time, since you said that so well, I'll entertain a motion this time that we would allow Rivers to do a grant on behalf of Northampton County to do, I call it feasibility study. That's basically what it is, to let us know if it's feasible and what it would cost, and if we can apply for other kinds of funds if it's needed.
Correct. Yes, sir. And so moved, Chairman Tyner.
Thank you. Could I have a second?
Second.
Second. Got 2 seconds. We're good to go. Mr. Ellis said Mr. Buffalo. Are there any questions in the discussion? All in favor, let know about you sign aye.
I, Buffalo.
I, Faulkner.
I, Boone.
Edwards.
Ayes have it. Motion is carried. Thank you all so much. Appreciate it. And I know Mr. Williams would keep us informed how this study comes out and what we need to do, if anything, and we'll just go from there.
Yes, sir.
At this time, we're going to go to the next item on our agenda is the committee, board, commissions, and all authority matters. Halifax County, Northampton Regional Airport Authorities, vacancies and advertising. As you see in your in your package, you see the 2 people that we would like to this evening to name to the Halifax Northampton County Regional Airport. One is our own Commissioner Buffalo, and Julius Webb is an alternate from Woodland. All of them are from, of course, Northampton County. Those are the 2 names we want to bring to you tonight to fill the vacancies that will be at the airport, Halifax, Northampton Airport. Any questions? Any questions? Ms. Buffalo, you already serving on that board anyway, right?
Yes, sir.
I think Mr. Webb was too, wasn't it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. All right, could I have a motion that we would have those 2 persons to represent us?
I make
So
a
moved, Mr.
motion.
Chairman.
Okay,
Well, I'll accept Mr. Edwards' motion.
okay, Mr. Edwards has made a motion. Our vice chair has seconded that motion. Are there any questions, any discussion? All in favor, let know by you sign aye.
I, Buffalo.
I, Faulkner.
I, Boone.
I, Edwards.
Let's have it. Motion is carried. Thank you so much. As we move right ahead, let us look at our next item is our Avalaran tax appeals for motor vehicles. Please come forward.
Yes, sir. Good evening, everyone.
Yes.
I'm here tonight to attain the board's approval of the 11 appeals in the amount of $1,066.50. Attached is a listing of the property owners who have requested that I appeal to the Board of Commissioners on their behalf for a refund of the tax to which they seek relief as provided in General Statute 105-381. And the second sheet will give the list of taxpayers, the amount that they have requested, and the reason why for their appeal.
Okay, board members, you have before you a list of the people whom we owe money to, appealing the taxes they have paid, and they were taxes. Perhaps you see the reason they should not have been paid, the reason they need to be refunded. Are there any questions about this that you need to ask at this time? If not, I'll entertain a motion that we would refund $1,066.50.
Chairman Tyner, I make a motion that we approve the refund due to the presentation to the tax office of a valid defense for such refund totaling $1,066.50 for 11 appeals.
Have a second?
Second Buffalo.
Second Buffalo. Motion made by Vice Chairman Faulkner. Are there any questions in this discussion? If not, all in favor, let know by you sign aye.
I Buffalo.
Faulkner,
I, Boone.
I Edwards.
Aye. Motion is carried. Thank you.
I thank y'all. Y'all have a good evening.
Thank you. This time, we're going to ask if there are any citizens within. Oh, okay. The additional, okay, on added to the agenda. At this time, we will have our vice chair to give us a I guess a motion that we make some changes in something that we are doing, what we're doing now in the county.
Chairman Tyner, over the course of, I would say probably the last 3.5, 4 years, we have had the requests from citizens and we have talked about amending our procedures at the wellness center specifically, but at county events where individuals may rent the facility or have a function there to allow them to serve alcoholic beverages. And most of those functions have come to us by way of a wedding, or one of the town's mayors was planning a function and wanted to do a celebratory event there. And we weren't able to do that because it was not in our policies and procedures for use of the facility. So in general, it is legal to serve, not sell, beer, wine, and mixed drinks at county, on county property. However, it does require that we make that an allowable option for us.
And excuse me, Vice Chair Faulkner, with one caveat, there could very well, when it comes to hard liquor, the service of it, it may require ABC permitting.
Yes. The ABC permitting and the presence of a Northampton County Sheriff Deputy on staff for the event. That helps with those ABC permits to make sure that they are able to maintain the control there as well. So I would like to make a motion that we do amend our rental procedures and policy at the wellness center to permit the serving of alcoholic beverages where permits are required, that be taken care of by those renting the facility in advance.
Can I have a second?
Second.
Moved and proper second by Mr. Edwards, that we would allow beverages at events, and the people who will be leasing, renting the facility will be responsible for getting the permits that are needed. Are there any other question or discussion about this matter?
I would like to add, for those citizens who may be so inclined to locate how we are able to do this and what permits us to do that, you can look for it under the Alcohol Beverage Control, General Local Government and Miscellaneous as it relates to the North Carolina School of Government. That's where it's filed. Or you can contact our clerk's office. She'll be able to provide, or our attorney.
Thank you.
Chairman, I have a question for
Yes.
clarification.
Yes.
You said that the people responsible for renting or leasing, would be responsible for providing or getting those permits.
Yes.
I think we need to make sure we add in there again that they would also be responsible for, would they be responsible for the cost of a sheriff
Yes,
deputy?
it's part of the agreement. Yes, it'll be in that agreement. Yes.
Thank you.
The cost of securing the permit and the deputy would be that of the renter.
Thank you.
See, they have to go to Raleigh to get that permit, okay? And I think that's for good for our people because they're looking for somewhere to go, especially for those kinds of celebrations that they will be having, even for marriage. They can come and now they can have the place and some champagne, nothing else at a marriage. So we want you to know that's where we are. I had someone made a motion, I had a second.
Yes.
All right, now, are there any questions in the discussion? If none, all in favor, then known by you sign aye.
Aye, Buffalo.
Al Faulkner,
Aye, Boone.
Aye, Edwards.
Thank you, board members. Ayes have it, motion is carried. Thank you so much. We will get with our recreation guy and attorney. We will certainly upgrade our facility use forms and making sure that we will accommodate that legally, okay? At this time, are there any comments from any citizens?
I don't have any, unless someone, did you want to, anybody in the audience want to provide? Okay, no, we don't have it.
Do you have anybody on the list to us with any comments? Okay, if not, we'll move right ahead. Let me do this as the acting county manager. I am know where I'm glad to be here doing this or not, but at any rate, I'm doing the best I can, board members. I want to thank you again for all your support you've given me as acting county manager. I do want you to know that we are about filling the positions that we have. We've had the vacant. I want to report to you tonight that we have filled all of those positions and one person has resigned and we'll be filling that in the next few days. I want to also say that our finance department is number one. That she is keeping up with our finances and keeping me up daily with all the kinds of things that's going on in our county. I want you to know that we're working on several things. I want to I want to, at this time, give you some of the things that we are working on. We're going to, tomorrow morning, I'm going to put out a mass, I guess, a resolution, either what you want to call directory.
Directive, yes.
Yeah, director from my office about mass in Northampton County. And basically, we want you to know that we are concerned about the health of all of our citizens. And we will put that out tomorrow and basically be saying, please wear your mask if you are doing business in Northampton County. You can be denied service if you don't have a mask on coming to any of our county offices. We'll also be talking about masks for our employees and what we would like to see our employees helping us that we don't have any more outbreaks than what we have with COVID. So that will be coming in the morning. I've talked to the attorney and I'll get that out to all department heads tomorrow. And we'll be expecting all to follow. We also want you to know that we're working real hard on internet. Internet is what we're working on. We have the proposals before us to do this entire county with the way we want to do it with that fiber. It costs something like $53 million. But we do have a hybrid kind of plan that we plan to bring before you, the commission, real soon, that we're going to be able to provide better internet for all parts of our county. We do know that we are probably one of the last ones in place with the number of people receiving internet in our county, and we want you to know broadband internet, Northampton County is where we, oh Lord, we're the lowest, but we won't be lowest long. I can't stand the bottom. Commissioner, we can't stand the bottom. We ain't gonna be at the bottom. We're at the bottom. We got a report. We went to commission meeting this week. We got a report. We're at the bottom. We plan to do something about it. Just stay tuned. Stay tuned from Murfreesboro all the way to Warren County line. We plan to do something about making sure that our kids especially will have the opportunity to work on their homework and work on the computers like everybody else. That has come now to be probably our number one criteria for us since this outbreak of COVID has come. We plan to make that a number one item. There are some opportunities for us with grants. We're already exploring those opportunities. We are planning in the next 30 days, have a plan when, where, and how internet will be used in all parts of the county. Yes, I said it right. That we plan to Northampton County to upgrade and to do. REA is working with us. There's another company that's working with us. We'll share that with you as soon as we get concrete information. Want to note to all of you who are working with our county, we're glad to say that on Friday, am I right, Finance Officer? Everybody will receive that 2% bonus.
Yes, sir.
If you say it again.
Full-time.
Full-time and permanent part-time will receive a 2% bonus. Thank you, commissioners, for your budget. Thank you for making sure that our workers receive an increase. This is their increase, this 2% bonus. As all of you know, we're working with Bob, our interim help county manager, to look at next year, having everybody on a new schedule. So I want to bring that to you, that we are really working hard to make sure that takes place. My last of my reports, I want to say to you, and I'm going to let the commissioners, y'all can tell us anything that you need to tell us about where we were in the commissioners meeting this week, and you can add anything that you need to add while you're having that discussion. But let me share with you that tonight it is with honor that I present to you the new director, Rhonda Taylor. Congratulations as being the new director of our program dealing with social services. And we certainly hope you much success. And the commissioners are concerned about the citizens of our county. And our social service department does as much as anybody in helping our citizens. So on behalf of all of us, we want to say congratulations, and we look forward for a great relationship with social services. We also, I guess that's all I need to say about to you, the county commissioners. We are working in Rich Square on water situations in Rich Square. Water situation over there by the church. We're hoping that the town of Rich Square and all of us are working together to see can we at last come up with a remedy for that water standing over there by the railroad track. So I just want you to know we haven't forgotten. We had to get some easements that we didn't have. And from my understanding, those easements now we have them. And we're gonna be working to move that forward. That's all I have as your interim county manager. Okay, let me now start with you all. Mr. Edwards, is there anything that I know you said you might have to leave us. Is there anything that you want to mention at this time?
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Just excited to hear about the internet opportunities coming to Northampton. Equally excited, and thank you, Vice Chair, for the component of giving people what I call choice. And very appreciative of what we're moving forward in Northampton County. Please, everyone, stay safe. We're still in a pandemic, and just make sure you're staying safe. Thank you. Those are my comments for this evening, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Mr. Edwards. Mr. Edwards, likewise, do you have anything that you want to say from Wilmington, the commissioners meeting?
Mr. Chairman, it was an honor to be around colleagues throughout the state. It was just thoroughly immersed in county leadership, and really appreciate the opportunity to be exposed to other leaders and throughout this state. Thank you.
Thank you. At this time, Commissioner Boone.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Chairman Tyner, and want to say good evening to everyone. First, I want to say also congratulations to you, Mrs. Rhonda Taylor, for being named the Director of Social Services for Northampton County, and look forward to continuing to work with you. Just wanted to make just a few announcements or just reminders to our families regarding COVID-19. There's a song, actual gospel song entitled "It Ain't Over Until God Says It's Over." And that song came to my mind earlier as I was speaking with friends regarding COVID-19. And I just want to state that here tonight, that the COVID-19, the Delta variant, and other variants are still prevalent. And so I just want to encourage our citizens, it's your choice. Yes, it is. Whether you want to be vaccinated, it's your choice whether or not you would like your children to be vaccinated that are of age, if they are 12 and older. But just know that Northampton County has provided opportunities for you to do so, to protect yourself against COVID-19 and its variations. You can contact our health department at 252-534-5841 to be vaccinated, you and your family. Also want to note that it is August, which is also National Immunization Awareness Month. Okay, and so parents, let's also make sure that our children are vaccinated and caught up on their immunizations, prior to entering school buildings as well. And Chairman Tyner, those are my announcements. Everyone continue to be safe as you possibly can be and make the choices best to protect you and your families.
Thank you. At this time, Ms. Buffalo.
I did attend the Commissioners' Conference in Wilmington, and it was very informative. And everything that we try to do to help our citizens here in Northampton County, those things were impressed upon us at the conference, whether it's our financial pieces, our infrastructure, our cybersecurity, just everything that we work on every day here in North Carolina, in Northampton County. They want to make sure that we are concerned and that we know what is taking place and what we need to do to stay on top of everything. As the speaker was saying on Saturday morning, when we are working on our infrastructure in particular, or anything, when something hasn't worked and before we go back and rebuild it or try to fix it or make it right, we need to make sure that we understand what the problems have been so we don't go and make those same mistakes in replacing or fixing it in the future. So again, we know that we are working hard to make sure that our citizens are safe here in the county, and that any decisions that we make, that we are making those decisions to make sure that our citizens have everything that they need here and they're safe here in Northampton County. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Commissioner. At this time, Vice Chair.
Good evening, everyone. I echo the sentiments of my commissioners before me regarding how informative the sessions were at the conference. The most impactful session that I attended was a session that relates to the data. This book will be available online. It was hot off the press this weekend, but it has a lot of information regarding how Northampton County compares to other counties in North Carolina. From the percent of students percent of individuals we have who are 18 or younger, and the percent of our population that's 65 and older. So our most vulnerable populations, 25% represents our aging population, and 18% represents our youth younger than 18. That has implications on our school system in terms of what individuals we have, because we're in the lower part of the state in terms of school age population. And our services that agencies such as our Department of Social Services will have to look for as it relates to our aging population. So it impacts our county, major pieces of our county with this information. It also gives us the anticipated population growth or decline for every county between 2020 and 2040. That is very good information, because if we don't grow rooftops, we can't grow population. So in order for our county to move and not shrivel up and down, we're gonna have to do some things at the county level to give it that booster shot to do what needs to happen in our communities. So when we start inviting our citizens in for focus groups, we have the data to show that we have to do something, and we don't want to make our next moves on our next strategic plan without hearing from our citizens. But you have to have the information in front of you to know why we need to do some things. I gave a copy of this book to one department. Didn't have enough of the last year, the 2020 book, but we were able to, whatever was left on those tables, to ask the presenters if we could bring them back. So we have some for some of our key departments that need this data to apply for grants and to defend their use of funds when they need to use them to do things to move the needle. We don't do anything without having research, the problems that are before us, and the potential solutions that we can bring to our table for our citizens. One of the quotes that our National Association of County Commissioners president, Mr. Larry Johnson, says, "I don't know, but we'll try to understand your story." All of us have our own story. Every department has its own story. Every citizen has their own story, and we don't know your story, but we're going to try to understand your story so that we can make the best decisions for all of us. We may not all agree, but understanding your story and why you have the viewpoint that you have is important to us. Public safety, the flock cameras, all these things we have been talking about, but the use of these funds that will be coming down from the federal government to assist counties and municipalities is unprecedented. It's not coming from the federal to the state to the county and the municipalities. It's going straight from the federal to the counties and the municipalities. So it's removing a layer of red tape, bureaucracy, whatever, so that we can get those things to our community. Food distribution, school supplies, infrastructure, lost revenue calculators, tools for health and readiness, addressing our vulnerable population, infrastructure, economic opportunities, and most importantly, that if we use these funds in the right way, being together as counties and municipalities, we can be much stronger together. So that's my end. There's a whole lot of data in here. I won't begin to count out those numbers, but I will provide the link to our clerk to the board so that she can post that link on our county's page. And I do have, again, some physical books for some of our key stakeholders. So thank you.
Thank you. Let me end this conversation by saying that we'll be meeting with all the mayors of our communities in the next few days. There'll be an announcement made. We'll have a meeting with our mayors, asking them to come and join us. We're not able to go where they are. We're asking them to please come as a collective body to where we are. Last year we started out having meetings in the towns and we heard a lot. I tell you what, those meetings meant a lot to us. It headed us in some directions we weren't even planning to go. So, for instance, at the Conway Rescue Squad building, the reason we got that building was because we went down to Conway and we listened to the people in Conway, and they told us the need for that building, which was in Conway for Rescue Squad. So what I was trying to say is that a lot of things we can work and do together. The county now has the Rich Square, W.S. Creasy building. And I want to thank the town of Rich Square for helping us out and cutting the grass there. When we network and when we all work together, we can get things done. One of our mowers were down at this time when it's raining every day. But at any rate, Rich Square came to our rescue. And I want to say to all of you that when we work together, we can certainly do those kinds of things and make it work. We wish that we could make all the announcements that we need to make at this time about some great things getting ready to happen in our county, but we really can't do it because we don't have the paper in hand. We deal with facts. We've got the word of mouth about some things, but we're waiting until we receive the paper in hand. And once we receive the paper in hand, we'll be ready to go, and everybody will know exactly what we plan to do. It's a good time in Northampton County, especially if you buy your groceries and buy all your goods in Northampton. Sales tax is what we need. Sales tax is what we gotta have. Sales tax makes a difference. Thank you for what you have done. And I just want to say it, I know I keep saying it over and over, the grocery store in Jackson has made so much difference in the amount of sales tax we collect in this county. And I need to say to you, again, we thank you for doing all that you do in the county. Commissioner, you had something?
When you mentioned, Chairman Towner,
Yeah.
about sales tax, most citizens don't know this. They think sales tax is the same all over the state of North Carolina, but it is not. Northampton County has the cheapest sales tax rate around our neighboring counties. We are 1/4 cent less. So if you're going to the Dollar General to buy school supplies, stretch it a little bit further and come on into Gaston and Rich Square, Conway, Woodland, and buy those items, and you'll save a little bit more money. It costs the same, the sticker price is the same, but the bottom dollar is cheaper because we do not have that extra 1/4 cent tax leverage, tax article for levying in Northampton.
Thank you. It's an exciting time. Thank you, commissioners, for all that you do, all the support. Are there any other comments from any other of the commissioners? Any other comments? You all ought to appreciate me for just this one thing. Your meetings now are not long, okay? I also want to say to you that I want to say to you, somebody received this in Wilmington. It says for exemplary service on the NCACC Board of Directors, presented to Charles Tyner Senior, Northampton County District 7 Director. Yeah, that's right. Here it is. That's it right there. Yeah, that's it right there. Mhm.
Congratulations, Mr. Chairman.
Let us end tonight on a note that's not good, but something that has happened to one of our Conrads, a commissioner, Mr. Smith in Halifax County, has passed. And we know him, and to be honest with you, he was to take my place on the NCACC Board of Directors. We talked with him last week, had a conversation with him. And soon after, we know that he was hospitalized. Tonight, a young man, a young person, let's keep him and his family in prayer as they go through this death. Death is not easy. So tonight, I'm asking you to, before you go to bed tonight, say a prayer for that family. And let us continue to be safe. Let's continue to wear our masks. Let's continue to do all we can. And I am really concerned tonight about our school children getting ready to go back to school. I'm really concerned about COVID. Really concerned. I want every parent to know that we are with you, in support of you. But we all understand that our children needs an education. We just hoping that things will work out well for Northampton. For Northampton County, according to the record, we have the least number of COVID cases of any county in the state. Growth in COVID cases. I think that's just great. The Lord is smiling on us. Let's keep it that way. In any way we can help you as county commissioners, any way we can help you, any way we can help, we're willing to do all we can to help. Again, could I have a motion now that we would go into closed session?
Chairman Tyler, make a motion that we go into closed session pursuant to General Statute 143, 318, 11A6 for personnel, 11A3 attorney-client privilege, and 11A4 for EDC report.
Okay, could I have a second?
Second Buffalo.
Motion been made and second that we will go now into closed session. Are there any questions and discussion? All in favor? It'll be known by you sign aye.
Aye, Buffalo.
Faulkner.
Ayes have it. Ayes have it. Motion is carried. Thank you so much for coming tonight. I hate to let you all go out in the rain. We getting out early. We just, I can't win after all. Drive careful out there. Please watch out for the water. Please, please.